Being released by Arsenal was the best thing that ever happened to me, Harry Kane once said. The rejection of Harry Kane for being chubby and unathletic still haunts the North London side. But that's not all. What exactly made Arsenal admire Kane's abilities as an 8-year-old, only to brutally kick him out of the academy less than 12 months later? Well, let's find out. As you may know, Arsenal have had some incredible success stories with players coming out of the academy and making a name for themselves around the world. Jack Wilshere was regarded as the best English talent, and he was indeed for a while. Kieran Gibbs and Hector Bellerin, two fantastic fullbacks who were cornerstones on the flanks for the Gunners. Even Cesc Fabregas was briefly part of the Arsenal youth system, and all these success stories are somewhat overshadowed by the academy's failure with Harry Kane, especially when you know how it all happened. He joined the academy in 2001, just as Arsene Wenger was building arguably the best team the Premier League had ever seen, the Invincibles, who won the 2003-04 title without losing a single game. Going back to the start, Harry Kane began his football development in the small local club of Ridgeway Rovers before being scouted and signed by Arsenal in 2001. Coaches described him as technically gifted for his eye for goal and understanding of the game. It was clear he had the talent, but when it came to keeping him, he was dismissed because of being chubby and not very athletic. Harsh, right? And this example just goes to show how important it is to eat right from a young age if you want to pursue a sporting career, of course. Unfortunately, it was like that. He was fat, not very athletic, and we were wrong, said the man himself, Liam Brady, who rejected Kane when he was just 8 years old. A former Gunner himself, Brady was the director of Arsenal's academy between 1996 and 2013. Arsenal's youth system flourished under Brady's watch, winning 3 FA Youth Cups in 2000, 2001 and 2009. To put it simply, Brady was widely regarded as a positive figure in Arsenal's fortunes over those 17 years, as he was directly responsible for bringing several top talents through to the first team. But the mistake he made with Kane still haunts him, even to this day. As for Kane, we are sure he hadn't developed that hold my beer mentality as a little kid, but as the years went by, his eagerness to prove Arsenal wrong grew exponentially. But what many football fans don't know, including some Spurs fans, is that he was rejected by Tottenham too. Shortly after his release from Arsenal, Kane and his parents tried their luck with their rivals, but his trial was not very successful, leading to his return to Ridgeway Rovers. In 2004, at the age of 11, he joined Watford's academy for a 4 to 6 week trial and was then given another chance at Tottenham after impressing for the Hornets. Curiously, he played as a midfielder, initially in a holding position, then as an attacking midfielder, which explains a lot about him dropping deep and receiving the ball close to the halfway line in his late years for Spurs and now at Bayern Munich. But back to the main story. Kane's first 5 years at Spurs were not a smooth ride either. He struggled in his youth years, then in his teen years, and even when real football began for him. At Spurs, he was initially seen as very underdeveloped for the first team, and as a result, between 2010 and 2013, Kane was constantly playing anywhere, but at White Hart Lane as he was repeatedly loaned out. Playing in the third tier of English professional football for Leyton Orient, check. Being booed by the harsh Millwall fans, check. Wearing the green and yellow of Norwich City at Carroll Road, check. And sharing a bench with the one and only Jamie Vardy at Leicester 3 years before he became Premier League champion, check. This was Harry Kane's journey from being overlooked for first-team football at Tottenham to finally earning his place in the starting lineup from the 2013-14 season onwards. But even in his first senior season at White Hart Lane, Kane was again overshadowed by some more established strikers, such as Roberto Soldado and Emmanuel Adebayor, who were the starting number 9s. Kane continued to get minutes, but the real change came at the start of the 2014-15 season. Kane's relentless work ethic and goal-scoring prowess earned him a regular place in the starting lineup. He finished the season with 21 Premier League goals, which proved to be the biggest turning point in his career. His ability to perform consistently at the highest level earned the trust of Mauricio Pochettino, and from that moment on, Kane was always regarded as the team's best performer. In the season that followed, Kane's influence at Tottenham grew exponentially. He surpassed the 20 goal and 10 assist mark in several campaigns, demonstrating his versatility, accurate finishing finishing and an ingenious understanding of the game as both a goalscorer and a provider. He has also formed a fantastic partnership with Gyeongsong Men following the Koreans' arrival in the summer of 2015. From their first season to their last in 2022-23, the Kane-Son duo was arguably the best in the Premier League over that period, and despite losing many finals in his Tottenham career, including the most painful, the 2019 Champions League final against Liverpool, one of Kane's greatest pleasures was scoring in the North London derby against Arsenal. In fact, there is only one team against whom Kane has scored more goals, and that is Leicester with 20. And to put his hatred of Arsenal into perspective, here is what he said ahead of a North London derby in 2018. "I remember the first time we played against Arsenal, and even back then, I had a chip on my shoulder. Looking back on it now, being released by Arsenal was probably the best thing that ever happened to me, because it gave me a drive that wasn't there before." However, have you ever wondered what would have happened if Liam Brady had never denied Kane in 2001? Yeah, it's like saying, imagine Messi at Real Madrid or Gerrard at Everton. But just think about it. Well, it's safe to say that Kane's development could have been very different. At Arsenal, known for their emphasis on technical ability and attacking football, Kane could have been moulded into a different type of striker. Surrounded by a specific footballing philosophy and infrastructure, his style of play might have developed differently. However, there's also the possibility that, with competition for places so fierce, Kane might not have been given the same opportunities to shine as he did at Tottenham. Of course, given his talent and ceiling, this is a very conservative approach to the case. So how about we use an exact science, like maths, to find out? Since 2014, Arsenal have gone through a lot of strikers, but only 4 of them have stayed for more than 2 seasons and played a major role in Arsenal's attack. They are Olivier Giroud, Alexander Lacazette, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and Gabriel Jesus. And do you know what their combined Premier League goal tally is? 230, just 17 more than Kane, who almost outscores the combined goal tally of the strikers that Arsenal had in the last decade. Let that sink in. As for his current form at Bayern Munich, it's largely expected that he will finally end his trophy drought this season. The Bavarians are 8 points clear of defending champions Bayer Leverkusen, and it would take an absolute miracle for Bayern to miss out on the Bundesliga title for the 2nd year in a row. Of course, the top performer in Vincent Kompany's side is none other than Harry Kane. He has contributed with a total of 39 goal involvement since the start of the season, 27 of which have been in the Bundesliga. It has certainly been evident that Kane is eager to end his biggest footballing hoodoo, judging by his form in 2024-25. But when it comes to his failed trial at Arsenal, it's safe to say the Gunners and Harry Kane were clearly never meant to be. Who knows where his career path would have taken him in this alternate reality? Together, they could have torn up the nets and won trophies on top of that. I guess we'll never know. Now, before we finish, we want to hear from you. Was it fair for Arsenal's youth coaches to reject Kane like that? Or would you have given him more chances if you had the choice? And another tricky one. If, in a parallel universe, Kane was an Arsenal icon, where would you have placed him on the Legends list? Share your suggestions below. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons for more similar content. If you want to watch something just like this, check out our upload on the skinny kid that became the ultimate beast in football, Adama Traore. See you in the next one.